guys, welcome. Welcome to another video.
Hi
If you're here
guys,
for the first
welcome.
time, welcome to my channel, Simply Makeup. And the book that I'll be reading is called The Promise, and it is written by moi, of course. So, without itching, let us go right into it. These two lovebirds just can't help themselves. So, Greg, have you ever been in love? Asked Ben. Ben, that is a little intrusive, don't you think? Asked Tessa. No, not really. It's an honest question, answered Ben. Well, to be honest, yes, I have. But she didn't take me serious, and as a result, she placed me in the friend zone.
Hey, welcome
replied
Mr. Dark
Greg.
Chocolate.
Greg sighed.
Dog in your dash.
He was feeling disappointed. He
No, I'm
would
gonna throw you away
have
at all,
to tell
Mr.
Tessa
Dark
everything,
Chocolate.
or
But
at
there I
least
do some
nearly
work.
everything.
I'm gonna
Though
throw
he
you away.
liked to
Can't
pry
throw you
in
away at
others'
all.
life, there was little he liked to share about himself. Imagine. Ben was about to say something else and changed his mind when he
Welcome.
saw the frown on
I know you
Tessa's
fix up
face.
at the sun may I keep out. So much sun was in
I'm
it.
getting hungry, sighed Michael.
Oh Lord, I know
Seriously, Mike, you eat too much
No,
food.
actually,
Didn't you have breakfast?
the sunlight
Not
was
too
too
long
much when I
ago.
was over there.
Some.
Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you.
I do think you need worm out, Michael.
Lord.
Something is eating you out. No way one person can be eating so much, so frequently, said Ben
Welcome.
with a straight face. Michael, you seem to have a high metabolism, said Greg with a smile.
So what go on, Mr. Dark
I think
Chocolate?
I do. I think I do have a very high metabolism. Last time I checked,
At the
that
place
was a good
nice.
thing, said Michael
Thank
in
you,
his
my friend.
defense.
Oh
It's
Lord,
not your
sir.
metabolism that is in question, Michael. It's your love for food, Pops, said Tessa, and everyone nodded their heads in agreement.
No, not as
Here
yet.
we are, Michael.
I've
Lunches
reached
and me,
over
said
1,000
Tessa.
subscribers,
Tessa pulled
but
up
my
to a
watch
nearby
hour is at
restaurant.
1,000
No
and
way.
odd.
I'm going to let
So
you
I have
pay
to
for
work on my
lunch
watch
on
hours
your
now.
birthday, said Ben. So lunch is a me.
I really do watch hour, my friend.
She tried to protest, but Ben would not have it.
I have to work
Soon
on
after, they all sat
Mr.
down
Yes! Oh
to
my
their
God,
meal.
Cersei!
They had
You know
bacon
me like see them
and
together.
ricotta, ravioli,
I
and
love to
freshly
see them
made
together. You can see the
ravioli
love in
freshly
their
made,
eyes. Don't see
except
it.
for Ben. He had the crab ravioli,
Awesome.
one of his favorites,
You
also
can see that
freshly made.
Kino is
They
cementing.
all enjoyed their lunch.
It's
Ben
a
put
good look.
some
It's a good
aside
look.
without anyone noticing.
I'm
Hey,
actually
Sam,
rooting for them as
I'm going
well.
to spend some time alone with Tessa. Can you and the
It's
guys
never too
take a
late for a
stroll
shower, you
and
know.
meet us back here later?
Get it
Or even
monetized.
better,
I want to
when you
send
all are ready,
money.
find yourselves back to the yacht.
Thank
No
you. They said the
problem,
thought is
said
what
some.
counts, so thank you. I appreciate
Some
that. Yeah,
relate
man,
the issue
we're
to the
working on the
guys,
watch
but
hours.
they all turned and looked at Ben
Thank you
for
for
some
thinking
sort
about
of
me like that.
response.
Appreciate
So he
it.
nodded his head and they gave him the thumbs up in agreement.
Mr. Yes, I'm rooting for Misha and
Except
Kino.
Greg, of course.
You know? It's
So,
a really
what
good
is
thing
your
to see.
plan?
Mr. The piece I was
Mr.
like, so I'm going to
Always
change
up to
it, you know.
something,
You
asked
know, you put it
Tessa.
on, I'm just put on the other one.
That is
May I
how
come?
you
Don't
really
move, Mr.
feel?
Dark Chocolate. That glass of Fanta.
Asked Ben. We're not up to something, she inquired. I am guilty of wanting to spend time alone with you. Then yes,
Yeah.
I am up to something, said
I change
Ben.
my glasses,
Let's
but me
go,
not too crazy
he
about the
said,
frame anymore.
and
Too
took her
busy
by
on
the
my
hand.
face.
They crossed the street quickly before the line
I
of
was going,
traffic.
oh, today is sunny.
Where are we
It's very, let me see
going?
if I can
She
shift it and
asked.
show you.
Wait and see,
It's
said
very
Ben.
sunny
We
out.
have at least 1.5 hours before we have to head back to the
Sunny out
yacht.
there, man.
Here we are, my love,
It's a
said
very,
Ben.
very sunny Wednesday.
Wow, this is beautiful. It's such a
I'm
beautiful
glad to see you,
place,
man, a long
said
time, you know.
Tessa.
Oh, I
You
see you
should
when
see it in the
last week,
night,
sometime other day.
he said. The
You came
beautiful
into the
old
life too.
and white
That one
with
look
new
better, man.
chandeliers and the pictures of the
Not
angels.
everybody say,
It's
but you tough
just
for see.
breathtaking,
It should,
floating in
you
the
know, but this one have
skies
the right
with
medicine.
gold trimmings. The rich bright red drapes
Or
with
maybe
white
I overthink
trimmings,
it too much.
Boston Opera House.
But thank you, thank you.
It's a beautiful sight. This was a place to be back in the days. I heard that this was where it was at, said Ben.
Yeah.
I love it.
Most of the people
Can
carry
you
the uniform
imagine
fabric lane,
these
even
big
though I take the
curtains
measurement already.
opening to watch
So I
a
have one
movie
hip
or
for
some
you.
sort of a show or a
Now
live
only to
act?
finish.
Or let me say, it's not over until the fat ladies sing.
What I
I
mean,
would
I'm
have
gonna
loved
finish
to
them
be
and
there
go to my
then, said
bed
Tessa.
even before date
I'm
again.
glad you like it, my love. Come, let's go watch a movie before we head back, said Ben. 1 hour later. I am glad we got the chance to really watch Fireproof this time around.
Go stop.
It is really an excellent
You're the
movie,
old one.
especially
You
for
mess
those who
up.
are interested
Yeah,
in getting
it's
married
true.
someday, said
Okay, I'm gonna put
Tessa.
it up back.
Yes, indeed,
I'm
Ben
the medicine
replied.
really weird
And you
out.
see, even though we tried watching the other evening, it was more impactful today for some reason, explained Ben.
Yeah, man.
This afternoon is really amazing, wonderful,
I don't
magnificent.
know if flying I'm going to put on the old
It's
one.
just the afternoon.
I mean, like the
can't
simple
believe
frame.
it's back to school / work tomorrow, said Tessa. Some people would say all good things must
So
come
some
to
of the
an
children
end.
them come like them little
The
moms.
day is not over as
So
yet,
you're prime
responded
minister.
Ben. He
Yes,
took
my
her
lord.
hands, brought them to his
Yes, sir.
lips,
See,
and kissed them
the
gently.
3rd of August.
They both walked hand in hand back to the vehicle.
But I wish it was
Tessa
later
was
in,
lying in
not
bed,
August,
getting
September,
a
3rd of
late
September.
afternoon
I
rest
wish it was
when
later
the
in
knock on
September.
her cabin door woke
So
her.
my daughter could get to vote.
Hey, baby girl,
It's the first time she
freshen
would
up
have
and
exercised
then come on
alright.
up to the main room for dinner, said Daniel.
But she now
How
come
are
back
you
in town.
enjoying your day so far? He asked.
Yes, sir.
I do not want it to end, protests Tessa.
Listen, me dey on
Good,
social
said
media, so
Daniel.
me not
The
go
best part
preach.
of the evening
Me I go
is
leave
yet
it
to
to you.
come, he said with a
Me
smile.
doubt it, but
I can't imagine this day getting any better, expressed Tessa. Daniel patted
me
her
not go
on
get
the
in it on
shoulders
social
and
media.
left.
Me no want offend nobody.
Half an hour later that evening, Ben has barely taken 2 steps
But I
towards the
hope
sitting
you are
area
wrong.
when all heads turned and all eyes were glued on him,
As bad as thing may
followed
be, the
by
country turn
Tessa
up
appearing by
right
his
now,
side,
and
even
if
more
they win,
gorgeous.
it's only
Daniel
gonna
rose
set back
from
the
his
country,
seat
to be honest.
and started
Start all
playing
over again.
one of Tessa's
But like me
favorite
say,
tunes. When
it is
you
so
walk
debatable
into
that
the
me no want
room,
get to
Day by
I am
Byron
hoping
and
it will.
Katie Torwart.
Listen, me love you same way, Sourcey. Sirs, me keep on call it Sourcey. Let me go by your now name, Mr. Dalshark here.
She
I hope people
whispered.
are around.
Tomorrow my chariot
But I love you
disappears
same way.
without thinking. Then drew her
That not
close,
come in between.
placed the softest
But
ever
I do not share the
fleeting
same
kiss
thoughts.
on her forehead. Well, let us pack a lifetime into everything we do tonight. He took Tessa's hand, twirled her around, and
Me
whispered,
plead the fifth because
"Yeah,
this is
this
social media.
sense."
You're
Yes,
supposed to
I
know
would
by
love
now,
to,
according to
she
what I just
answered.
said.
He
But
looked her into her eyes, but Tessa felt
I
like
plead the
he
fifth.
seemed deep into her soul.
Hey,
He had a weird
hey,
look at his
boy.
face, Tessa thought. But what she did not
If you know,
know,
you know.
that
But
was his
I plead the fifth.
expression, was one of hunger mixed with something else. Something
But it's bigger than PMP and Jerry
spiritual.
people. It's experience, to be honest.
The room was filled with music, laughter, and chatter. Everyone was busy eating and carrying on. After eating and cutting the cake, Daniel took his daughter aside. He watched your every move. You are like each
Green all
other's
day,
personal
green all
jewel.
day. Big up
I
yourself.
see that you care for one
I
another
do love green
deeply.
though.
The
Yellow.
love you both
My
share is
favorite color
unique. I like it,
is
said
yellow.
Daniel. I
Prosperity all
once
day.
thought it no longer exists. But you
All
guys
day, every
made
night.
me a believer all
Mr.
over
Dark
again.
Chocolate. I don't know
But
the
I am
thing, though.
concerned. Will you be able to hold out for marriage?
I am making
Asked
school
Daniel.
uniforms.
Graduation is far
This
away.
is for an infant school.
Tessa turned and glanced eagerly behind her. Ben read her
You
expression
don't have
and
any
made
buttons,
his
that's
way
it.
to her side. Before he
Take
reached
time, you
where
see?
they
Deep
were
up piping or
standing,
something.
Daniel whispered, "You see what I mean?
The fan of blows.
You are both like magnets," said Daniel, squeezed her shoulder and nodded to Ben, then leave
I
the
pin it to
room.
show you.
5 minutes later, kaboom! Fizz! Splash! Bang! Bang! Went the sound of the fireworks
But you
in
don't
the
have on any
sky.
buttons yet.
With a bright
How
light
much you charging
rose
for
across the sky.
For
Happy
one of this,
21st
for
birthday,
this particular
Tessa.
uniform with the point,
Love,
with the
Dad.
piping all around it, it takes a lot of time.
Everyone
$3,000.
jumped from
Last
the
year I
noise.
charged
It took
2,800.
them all by
This year
surprise.
it's
Kaboom!
3,000 because it takes a time. It even takes a time more than some
Went
of
the
the high
fireworks
school uniforms
repeatedly.
because of the piping,
Tessa waved thank you
the
to
detailing, and
her
all of
dad
these things.
and blew him a kiss across the room. He nodded with approval and raised his drink to cheer her. She looked up at Ben and he gently pulled her
So it's
by
true.
his side in a
I made
hug.
some for her last year, so the
Everyone
mommy
had
only
a
need 3
wonderful
this year.
time. Daniel felt pleased with himself. Putting a smile on his only child's face is what he lived for. They all had a magnificent day that led into a night of fun and laughter. Early
So
Monday
business
morning,
going good.
did not
Me, to be honest
disappoint.
with you,
Back to the
Mr. Dr.
usual
Chocolate,
busy
back to
schedule.
school is my best time
Ben went
for my business.
through his
My best
itinerary
season.
to see
After
how
back
the
to
rest
school,
of the
the day
week
goes down and I don't have
looks.
much to do.
And just
If
as he
it could be
thought,
like this
fully
all through the
booked.
year, it would be great.
He reminded
Then it would be
himself
really
to call back
successful.
home
But because it is not how, it
as
is
he
not
gets
this way
in.
all
Also
through the
check
year.
on
It's like
Tessa.
up and down, up
The
and down. But
boys
I
had
am
an
grateful.
awesome time at Tessa's party. That was all they have been texting Ben about all through the day and teasing him of being I and Tessa. Tessa was still asleep. She is grateful she didn't have to go to school today. She enjoys sleeping in whenever she get the chance. And after yesterday's event, sleeping
It would be a
in was
dream if
much
it's like this all through
deserved.
the year.
Daniel, knowing his daughter well, He booked a cleaner and a cook
A
to
dream
cater
come
for
true.
Tessa's need whenever she needed it,
And we know that people don't make things
which was
consistently
usually
all the
Monday to
time.
Friday each week. And she was grateful for the help, being that she hardly finds time for home chores as a medical student. As a result, her home was always clean
So I
and
guess you'll
smelled
say
great.
it's
Being
seasonal.
an only child, you get lonely over the years. With his father always traveling and being so busy. However, he did try to compensate in other areas. She had gotten used to her own company. Hence, the reason for her not having a lot of friends. She found that the girls were usually catty after a while, and the men just wanting to get physical. So she focused on the Lord and carried on with her life. Then there was Greg. Greg. He too had a crush on Tessa in high school, final year to be exact, but she set him straight, not wanting to lose her friendship. He
But,
apologized.
in everything I learned to give
From
thanks,
then, they have
nevertheless.
been inseparable. Ring! Ring! Tessa's phone went off. Hello? Hey, love, answered Tessa. I am just checking in. How are you feeling? Did I woke you? Asked Ben. Well, I'm fine. Yes, you did, but that's okay. Sleeping in has helped a lot. I am glad you called, though. Are you still going to the village for
So
Thanksgiving?
how are
She
you, Mr.
asked.
Doctor? You're good?
No. My aunt and uncle doesn't celebrate it, so I will
I think it
be
was last year you were
going
here,
home
last
Christmas
summer.
instead
Or
to
was it
spend the
December?
holiday with them. Oh, great! So, are you interested in coming by my home this weekend to celebrate with my dad and I? He is bringing a friend. How about the guys? She asked. Okay, I will, but the guys will not be able to make it. They are going home to celebrate with their families, he said. And Greg? Ben asked. He's going home as well, said Tessa, to celebrate with his family. Okay, he said. You have gone quiet, asked Ben. I was just thinking. About what? Ben asked. I was just wondering, who is that taking to Thanksgiving? Well, just ask him, it's easier, said Ben. I did. He said it's a surprise. What's up with you guys? And bringing home someone for the first time and want to surprise somebody about that? I see where you get it from. So it had me thinking, it's a woman, said Tessa. And I think I'm not ready for him to meet someone or start dating anyone serious. He did promise not to date anyone else after mom died. But Tess, it has been a while since your mom had passed. And he had been accepting of me. And furthermore, he has needs. He's a man and he's not old at all. What would you have done if he was not ready to accept me when you introduced us? Asked Ben. Yes, but it's not the same, answered Tessa. How come is it not the same? Asked Ben. You don't understand. And why are you taking his side? Said Tessa angrily. Ben rubbed his head in frustration. Whatever do you mean, Tess? I am not on anyone's side. I'm just trying to get you to see that you are being a little unfair to your dad. And you are getting worked up about something you are not even sure about as yet, said Ben, as his group leader beckoned to him. I am needed here. I got to go. I'll call you later. Okay, Tess? And again, think about it. Think about what you're saying. I got to go, he said sternly. Okay, answered Tessa under her breath. She knew Ben was right, but it didn't make her feel any better. And it pisses her off even the more. I don't want to have to quarrel. So why is he taking up for Dad? Said Tessa in a miserable tone. She went on with the rest of the day, keeping busy, studying some notes. Later, heating up her lunch. Preparing to have her lunch, Tessa was in a really foul mood. He was forcing herself to eat as she had lost her appetite. The afternoon has run off so quickly. Ding dong, ding dong. The doorbell rang and Tessa jumped. She put aside the laptop and rushed to see who was at her door, knowing she was not expecting anyone. Hello, Tessa, said Ben. She opened her mouth to speak, but was surprised to the point that she could not make a sound. Ben, she was able to utter. Come on in. Thank you, he said. Do you need anything to drink? She asked. No, thank you, he said, and pat the coach, beckoning her to sit. I am all ears. What is really bothering you? Asked Ben. I see you're not wasting any time, you're just jumping right into it. Just as I related earlier, said Tessa. I do hear what you are saying. I know what you said earlier is true. It's just that I still feel some sort of a way about my dad moving on. The mere thought of him getting into a relationship put me into a bad mood. I can understand how you might feel, Tessa, but no one can take your place in your dad's heart. Daniel loved you, world without end. Everyone sees that. So don't worry before you have a reason to, my love, said Ben in a whisper. Thank you, Ben. I know my dad loves me and I love him too. And I'm sorry for giving you a hard time earlier. She apologized. Apology accepted, my love, said Ben. I'm ready. Ben could see the disappointment on Tessa's face, but knowing only too well what being alone with Tessa, what are you waiting for? Tell me, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. And if you have enjoyed the story, remember to comment and to share and also to like up the video and become a part of the Simple Michelle family. And to all our returning subscribers, thank you. I am seeing the comments and I am loving the vibes that you guys are giving. Yes, it's very encouraging to see you comment about the characters and understanding the point of view of the story. And for those who are here for the first time, there are several videos that you will also have to check out so the story can make even more sense to you. And like I always said, Philippians 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. So, whatever you find to do it to the best of your ability. Bye bye.
Anyway, guys, that is that. Oh, one more guy. Don't run, fat man. Don't run, fat man. Come.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you are here for the first time, welcome to my channel, Simply Michelle. I have been reading the book written by Moi called The Promise, and I'm happy to have you. And for all our returning subscribers, welcome, and thank you for the support. I can see that you guys, you have been chatting up a song, and I like it. So, without even itching, let us go right into the video. Tessa went to the lower deck and have been washing the dishes with her earphone turned up in the ear, dancing to Stamp by Kirk Franklin. She loved to listen to his music. Later that evening, Ben, I need your help, said Danielle. Sure, Danielle, whatever you need, answered Ben. Good. I need you to stall Tess for, stall her for me for a minute. I told her we are going sailing, but really, I just wanted to have her here for her birthday. I asked Greg to come by as well. It's 20 minutes drive away from Cambridge. I have also asked him to run up some of Tess' friends. But he told me, she's not big on having a lot of friends. So he's taking Michael and Sam. He told me they are your friends. Yes, they are, said Ben. And they are friends also with Tess. Oh, okay, great, answered Danielle. So we are going to throw her a surprise birthday party tomorrow in the evening, said Danielle. The guys will be here tonight, so I need you to stall her below deck until in the morning. In the morning, I will ask the fellas to surprise her with their presents by being here. I know that, she's not expecting it, so I hope she's surprised because she's a hard nut to crack, said Danielle. No problem, answered Ben. Tessa had just finished bathing. She brushed her hair, her long curly hair, for 20 times already. She had just counted when she heard the knock on the door that caused her to lose count. I see you have just noticed I have left. She pretended to be upset as she lotioned her arms Ben leaned over and kissed her and her forehead with both hands in his pocket. The truth is, I was engaged.
Engaged.
You left, however, I also knew that you left. But your father, he was talking about yachts, and surprisingly, even to myself, I enjoy talking about yachts. And who knows, in the future, I'm thinking of getting one for myself. The Lord permitted, as you would say, said Ben. And you must know, I meant no ill by acknowledging you leaving. I know, I am just pulling your leg, said Tessa. I am just pleased you two like each other that much, she replied. Thank you for taking me along, said Ben. You're most welcome. I'm happy you're here with, said Tessa. Come, let's go up to the deck. How about we just chill here? I promise to be on my best behavior, said Ben with a smile. I would like to get dressed, said Tessa, and turned away. I think you should leave, she said. You know, I could let you change your mind. I could kiss you right now, he said. You wouldn't dare, said Tessa, moving away and tightening her robe. You could kiss me, but I guarantee you would hate yourself after. It wouldn't make sense anyway. Before seconds, you would start feeling awful. He silently left the room without another word. Ben stood on the outside of the door, waiting to make matters worse. His mind began to run wild. He dropped to the ground and began to do some push-ups to settle his thoughts. I am finished changing. You may come in before you hurt yourself, said Tessa with laughter in her voice. He finally uttered, I'm so sorry about earlier. You have nothing to apologize for, said Tessa. No, Ben insisted. I do. I'm still learning. Some things are too important to be made a joke, he said. Finally, she brought her eyes to meet his gaze. In his dark brown depth, she saw something she never knew existed. A spark of vulnerability, of need. He desired to know what she really thought of him, as if he wanted to know how important he was to her. This self-assured and super confident man needed approval from me, thought Tessa. Or maybe he just needed her in a way she was not able to be with him, at least not yet until marriage.
Yes, ma'am.
I do care, she said. As you know, I just can't afford to let my guard down around you, she said, and rubbed the back of his hand to reassure him. Let's change the subject. How about we watch a movie, she said. What movie do you have in mind? Asked Ben. The movie, which is called Fireproof, said Tessa. Oh, I heard that's a good movie, good one, said Ben. Okay, glad you're interested, said Tessa. I'm going to make some popcorn, she said. No, exclaimed Ben.
Nothing
I
like
will do
popcorn
the
and a good
honors, he
movie.
said.
Hey,
Just rest your legs. Line up the movie, right back in a sec. Tessa looked at him with a puzzled look. Okay, thank you, she said with a question tone. Tessa took the time to relax. While waiting, little did she know that Ben was calling her. Nevertheless, he enjoys her company, so it was a plus for him. There it is, said Ben, not knowing where anything was placed. He opened the cupboard. He saw the popcorn in a container in the corner. All things considered, he found everything fairly easily. 10 minutes later, Ben knocked at the door, but no response. He entered the cabin and found Tessa sound asleep. At least so he thought. There you are, she exclaimed. Tessa's stomach growled. She widened her eyes in surprise, and her cheeks grew red immediately from embarrassment. Someone is hungry. Good thing I am here right on time, said Ben with a smile. They ate and laughed. Though the movie was a good one, as usual, they were wrapped up in each other's company. He spoke and she laughed again. It was as if she could not help herself. She was really enjoying Ben's company. Soon after, Tessa fell asleep. Ben quickly cleared away the clutter, cleansed her hands and face, and watched as she slept peacefully as a young child. A few seconds later, he got a text from Daniel that the guys were here. 5 minutes later, Ben entered the dock. The fellas was engaged in chatter with Daniel. They didn't realize he had entered the lounge. They were drinking and eating, making jokes, and laughing off their heads. Hey son, come on in. I take it she's asleep, said Daniel. She is. She's resting, answered Ben. Nice, said Daniel. Thanks again. Hey Ben, come and sit, said Michael. Sam and Greg greeted him as well. Daniel informed everyone on what his plans are. Everyone agreed. Greg looked at Ben, then asked, what are the sleeping arrangements? Ben gave him a lopsided smile, knowing very well Greg asked that question regarding him and Tessa. Ben, can you please show these guys their cabins so they can choose where they want to sleep? I will be cleaning up here. Thanks again, fellas, for showing up at such a late notice, said Daniel. No problem, answered everyone. After everyone was settled comfortably, Ben checked on Tessa one last time, but she was still resting. He gently closed her door and went to his cabin that was close by. Ben laid in bed with his hands behind his head, looking up into the sky. He had Tessa on his mind a lot lately. I feel so privileged to be able to be sleeping with her under the same roof, even though it's different rooms. Cleaning up her hands and face while she slept earlier was priceless. She looked so peaceful. The thought warms Ben's heart as he slowly drifted out to sleep. Good morning, sleepyhead. Happy birthday. How does it feel to be a full-fledged adult? Asked Daniel as he leaned in and hugged and kissed his daughter. Oh, it feels great, beamed Tessa with joy. Breakfast in bed. Thank you, Dad. You are the best, she said, and took the breakfast tray. Don't you ever forget that I am indeed the best, said Daniel with a laugh. When you're finished here, kindly come to the main lounge, he said. Okay, Dad, will do, answered Tessa. The men were all in their position to carry out the plan. Tessa took her own time putting herself together. After all, it was her birthday. How often do you turn 21? She felt like a woman, an adult. She looked at herself in the mirror and gave a pout and smiled at herself, twirled around in satisfaction. She heard on the door. What is taking you so long? He asked in a gentle voice. Good morning to you, love, she whispered with a smile on her face. Ben was mesmerized by her beauty. It took him a minute to regain his equilibrium. He pulled her in a bear hug and whispered, Happy birthday, I love you, and kissed her on the forehead. Where is my gift, Alan? Don't think you are getting away so easily, said Tessa with a grin. Talk about patience. I was thinking of getting you something. Don't play with me, boy. All right, I'm pulling your leg. I was thinking of giving you later, but since as you cannot wait, he said, then reached in his pocket and pulled out a small square box. I know we have already gotten matching necklaces. However, it's your birthday, and I thought, how about giving you something that represents you and a little bit of me, you know? He said and opened the box. This is a citrine birthstone. It's your birthstone, as you know. So this ring has your birth date engrafted in it along with our initials and a heart depicting our love. Tessa stretched forth her right hand and he slipped on the ring. The November birthstone was a gold and orange mix that glitters brilliantly. Its round shape held by a gold ring that was 2/8 inches thick. This stone was used in the earlier times, BC, which means before Christ, in Greece. They carried it as protection against plagues as well as venomous snakes and reptiles' bites. Also, the November birthstone is said to unlock their secrets and power.
November girl.
Prosperity, self-confidence, and emotional balance. Tessa was speechless. Even though it wasn't an engagement ring, she cannot imagine feeling any better when that day comes. She was flabbergasted. Ben has made her heart flip like a triple jumper. She looked up at him and could not help but the tears of joy that was streaming down her face. Oh no, my love, don't cry, said Ben and began to clean up her face. How can I not? How can I not
Here
cry?
comes the waterfall.
You put so much thought into this ring, into this gift. I love it. It means a lot. Thank you, she said and hugged him again. Her eyes fell on the sparkling ring
Us
and her
ladies,
finger once
we
more.
like our
Then she said,
shiny ornaments.
this must have cost you a fortune. It was worth every dollar.
Ben's
Come,
got money.
let's go, he said. As they were about to enter the stairs
He
of the
can't afford
cabin,
it.
surprise! Jumped out everyone at Tessa.
Aw,
Tessa jumped
so
and
cute.
grabbed on and hold on to Ben with in fright. Are you all trying to kill me?
Yes, girl.
What?
Give you a heart attack again?
How? When did you all get here? She asked in a stammering voice.
While you were sleeping?
I don't know what's happening. Dad, yelled Tessa, making a cry voice. Happy 21st birthday, baby girl,
Welcome to
said
Adam
Danielle
Food.
and hugged her. I know you have an issue with being on time, so I decided to make your commute a little easier.
Oh,
Here is
so
your
cute,
own personal vehicle, said
such a good
Danielle,
daddy.
and handed her the keys to her BMW X1.
What? You go, girl.
Daddy, you bought me a BMW? Oh my lord! First
Yes, my daddy
Ben,
wants
now
show.
you, she said
But
in
won't be my daddy.
excitement. Come, let's go by the deck.
Just
You
kidding.
can see it for yourself, said
Oh, was
Daniel.
that?
Tessa hung on to Ben's hand and dragged him along. Wow! I love it, Dad! Thank you! She said,
You rock,
running
Daniel.
from side to
Dad
side,
of the year.
inspecting the vehicle. The white BMW X1 that was wrapped with a big red bow. Open and go on in. It's yours, said Danielle. She pushed the lock on the keys and he pop pop.
Hey.
She entered in excitement, not knowing what to focus on. The interior of the X1 is up there with efforts in the family SUV class. In terms of build, quality, and plushness of materials, the 2023 BMW X1 is a completely redesigned model, gaining a more mature exterior, additional exterior refinement, and an updated powertrain for a trend and generation.
Put his daughter in style.
A BMW can pass up to 150 to 200,000 miles with proper care if you drive the national average of 13,500 miles per year, explained Donnell. And it's very reliable. The men laughed. Well, knowing Tessa, she's not a fast driver, so trust. And she cares things like for eternity, said Greg.
Keep on
So
going slow.
she'll do just fine. It will last her until I guess she's ready to sell, said Greg. You did well, Danielle.
Yes,
It's
you
an
did.
excellent vehicle. She loves it, and I like it as well, said Ben.
Daddy of the
Come on,
year
Ben.
award goes
Call
to
the
Daniel.
guys and let us go for a spin, said Tessa. Everyone went on board except Daniel. He had some stuff to finish up and organize.
Up his sleeve.
What do you think about my ride, guys? Asked Tessa. What do you think? Let me know. I love it. I do wish. Do you wish to trade for my Honda? Asked Greg, and everyone burst out in laughter. It's a cool ride, Tessa. I am excited for you, said Michael. I am loving the white color and the interior design. It's also very comfortable, expressed Sam. You deserve the best that life has to offer, my love.
Don't we all?
Your dad did well. Just know this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come, said Ben.
Preach.
They both locked eyes for a quick second, and the temperature
Preach, Michelle.
dropped.
Preach.
Greg cleaned his throat and break their moment. The guys looked at each other and they all smiled. Guy, we will stop here for today in the story, and I hope you have enjoyed so far. And for those who have been listening and coming for the first time, if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? What you waiting for? Remember to subscribe, like, and share. And like I always said, Philippians 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And whatsoever you find to do, remember to do it to the best of your ability.
Thank you, Michelle. No joke. Hey guys, thank you for being here. Hope you're enjoying the story thus far.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. And if you're here for the first time, welcome to my channel, Simply Michelle. And the story I'll be reading is called The Promise. And of course, it's written by Moa. And thank you guys. Thank you to all our subscribers that have been commenting. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. See the comments. And God bless you. God bless you.
Michelle,
So,
needle.
we are not going to itch. We are going right into the story.
Just lost the needle.
Monday morning was a drag as usual. Thought
Tell
Ben.
me about
It has been robust on the
Monday
ward.
mornings.
He enjoys working and learning from the patients. There are two lovely ladies on his ward that have stolen his heart. And every morning they look forward to seeing him.
Hot gun.
Irene and Cheryl.
Stolen.
Both at the age of 70, they both remind Ben of his late aunt, his father's sister. Every morning, on his way to work, he would buy them flowers. Hey, beautiful ladies, good morning, good morning. He greeted them and handed the roses over. Irene beamed with joy while Cheryl smiled from ear to ear. Thank you, Dr. Olin. They both echoed in unison. It made Ben felt good, knowing he was a student doing just what he loved. How are my two favorite ladies doing today? He asked. I am just peachy, said Cheryl. You sure do know how to make an older lady feel good, said Irene. He took both their blood pressure and do their annual checkups. Both ladies are left in high spirits after seeing their favorite student doctor. Ben carried on with his usual sessions. It was an eventful Monday. The rest of the week went by so quickly. It's hard to believe it was Friday afternoon already.
Sure.
Ben heads straight to the shower to take a warm bath, well deserved. Soon after, he packed his bag for the weekend voyage. He decided to call Tessa. The phone rang 3 times before there was an answer. Hello, answered Tessa. It's me, Ben. How are you? Are you ready? The thing is, we will have to grab something to eat on our way, said Ben. No problem, said Tessa. I am ready and waiting, she said. Okay, said Ben and hung up the call. Few minutes later, ding dong, ding dong.
The witch is there. The wicked witch is there.
Tessa rushed to
Do you know
answer
that
the
jingle?
door. Hey, that was fast, she said. Yep, I can't afford to have you waiting, my lady, he said. Oh, thank you, Mr. Allen. How sweet of you, said Tessa with a smile. By way of information, we are sailing Boston Harbor, she said. Excellent, said Ben. So what did you say to your dad about me? He asked. Ben and Tessa looked at each other with a sudden pause. Well, nothing. I plan to surprise him, she answered. Excellent, said Ben again with a heartfelt sigh. And do you think that's a good idea under the circumstances? Asked Ben. Maybe not, but I did tell him I have a surprise for him and you are it, she said.
Is it?
Tessa felt her cheeks grow red hot immediately. Tessa, shouted Ben. I am an it.
Yes,
I am an
ma'am,
it
you're
now?
right.
You couldn't have done any better than that, asked Ben. I don't mean it like that. Of course not.
You meant
I didn't mean it like that, explained Tessa. Just trust me, okay? I know my dad. Trust me.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Okay. All right then, said Ben. Soon after, they both stopped by a nearby restaurant,
Drop a thumbs up.
grabbed
Just
something to
drop that.
eat, and filled the tank with gas for the journey. Another 30 minutes later, they
As you coming,
reached
guys,
their
remember to thumbs up
destination.
the video. Liking
A
the video is free.
beautiful yacht.
Appreciate you
That
for
must
coming.
be the one, said Ben. What gave it away? Asked Tessa with a smile. How could I have missed it with such a beautiful name? Who named it, by the way? You or your dad? Asked Ben. My dad, of course, replied Tessa. Brilliant idea. I love it, he exclaimed. Yep, you boys and your toys,
Oh yeah,
said Tessa with a grin.
the boys.
Daniel was busy attending to something on deck. He didn't notice their arrival. Hey, Dad, said Tessa as she greeted her dad with a hug. Baby girl, you are early. I wasn't expecting you until later on this evening. Good to see you. By the way, you're looking real good, said Daniel with joy. Ooh, who is this? Who do we got here? Asked Danielle. This is Ben, my favorite and special friend, said Tessa in excitement. Oh, okay. You are the infamous Ben that stole my daughter's heart? Asked Danielle. We have a great deal to talk about, you and I, said
To
Danielle.
the first step.
Ben
Front
stretched
of the
forth
class.
his hand and gave him a firm handshake and said, Nice to meet you, Mr. Flynn. Yes, we do. I am Ben Allen, by the way, and I was born and raised in... Whoa, interrupted Daniel as he interjected, stopping Ben from going on any further. We can catch up on all that later. And I insist, call me Daniel, he said, and slapped Ben on the shoulder. Ben eyes widened in surprise. He felt like 17-year-old boy all over again. Did he just give me his approval? Thought Ben. Daniel looked back at Ben and smiled. Daniel knew his daughter. For her to surprise him with Ben, he must be someone she knew he would have been approved of. And he must mean a great deal to her. But little did they know that Daniel had already did his background check, and then when he learned Tessa had fell in love back in the summer upon leaving the village. He loved the fact that Ben had a humble beginning, but in spite of his disposition, he persevered and still trying to make something of his life, compared to many who have got things handed to them on a platter, thought Daniel. Tess, get Ben and I something to drink, requested Daniel. Sure, Dad, said Tessa. She looked at Ben, nodded her head, and smiled at him in approval. So, Ben, have you ever sailed before? Asked Danielle. Look, my aunt and uncle have invited me before several times, but for some reason, I just didn't get around to doing it.
I love the name of your yacht a lot, by the way, Daniel, said Ben. Sure you do. You're in love with my daughter, and it was named after her. Are you not in love with my daughter, Ben? Asked Daniel. Well, Ben stuttered as Daniel caught him off guard. Well, yes, it do make sense, murmured Ben under his breath. Yes, I do. I do love your daughter. So, where do you see going? What are your plans? Asked Daniel. Tess is not someone to play with, you know, Ben. Her standards are different from most. I mean, I don't think she's my daughter, but they're a little different. But the fact that you are here before me means she made up her mind about you.
Yes, sir.
So talk to me, son. Talk to me. Let me know what's happening. I too do not play games, Danielle. And one of the things I love and admire most about Tess is her faith and her standard. It's not without its challenges, but I will not have it any other way. I do ask her to let us make a promise to wait for each other, and during that period, we would abstain while getting to know each other until graduating university. She said, well, Daniel giving Ben the knowing look. Bench restructured what he was about to say. Well, after asking your permission, of course, for her hand in marriage, then I would pop the question to her for us to get married, explained Ben. Daniel looked at Ben in awe and said not another word. So you see, Daniel, I am crazy about your daughter, and I promise never to hurt her, he said. Said Daniel. Don't make a promise you can't keep, son, said Daniel. You might not have any intention to hurt her, but try as you might. You will hurt each other, especially when you care so deeply for one another. So, here is my advice. Pay attention and listen when she speaks, and communicate. Communication is the key for any successful relationship. Women are complex. They are complex beings. Try as you may, it gets tricky at times in relationships, he explained. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate the advice. What advice? Asked Tessa as she enters the deck. Both men looked at each other and smiled. The beer is yours, Dad, said Tessa.
Bonding time, I see. Hey. You go, Ben. And Janelle. Alright. Let me hear what I'm going to read. Story has come. He's a little messy now. Put on her buttons. Not right now, though. Have some more going to do?
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. And if you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Welcome to the Simply Michelle family. And if you're returning to watching the videos, you know that you're already welcome, and I hope you have been enjoying the story, The Promise, right? And this story that I'm reading, of course, they're all written by moi. So stay tuned and don't be afraid to share your thoughts.
Thank you for
You
being
know, on the
here.
video.
Remember to
Remember
watch,
to
like,
share.
and
Share the
subscribe
video
if
as
you
well
haven't
with your
done so
friends
yet.
and your family. And thank you for being here. So let's go right into the story. The Harvard campus was breathtaking. The freshly cut lawn, green trees gives a sense of home, Ben thought.
Hey,
The
I reach
high-strung
university.
buildings and people pouring in from everywhere, students and their family. Everyone chattering, posing for the camera. Ben, called Mrs. Jones. Get in and ask someone to take the pic. They took pictures until Mr. Jones and Ben got weary. All right, dear, that's enough, cried Mr. Jones, building. Harvard Medical School is a prestigious Ivy League medical school that's known for its excellence in education, research, and clinical. So the Jones had property close by. As a result, they have comfortable accommodation until time to return home. Ben has no intention of staying on campus, so the Joneses' property came in handy for him as well. It was a beautiful sight. Ben and his family were suited in their burgundy Harvard t-shirts. Mr. Jones felt proud and happy to experience this whole ordeal with Ben. After all, Harvard Medical was also his alma mater. So it meant a big deal to their family. How are you enjoying being here at Harvard? Asked Mr. Jones. It felt surreal, Uncle. Truly. It's a blessing being all able to attend one of the best university in the world. Not to mention your alma mater, Ben said. Well, son, you have made me feel like one of the happiest men alive, beamed Mr. Jones. Oh, yes, teased Mrs. Jones, knowing exactly how blessed her husband felt. We must give the Almighty God the praise for all the trials He had brought us through to get here. Amen, agreed Mr. Jones. Ben turned and looked at them both. He thought to himself how blessed he was to have them in his life. Thank you, God, for coming through for me. You sure did this time around, murmured Ben. Everyone turned to look at Ben in surprise. What? I have to be fair. God has showed up, explained Ben.
Just like that, what do you mean?
I'm glad you realize, son, said Mrs. Jones, and pat Ben on the back in approval. 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, Ben has finally settled in his different courses and study groups. He had already made a few friends, Michael and Sam. They would frequently invite Ben to hang out and have a drink. However, he always ended up refusing, being a non-drinker with zero interest in alcohol. A sharp knock at the door broke Ben out of his thoughts, and he looked up in surprise, wondering
Who would this be at this time of the evening? Ben walked reluctantly to open the door. What took you so long? If I didn't know better, I would have thought you didn't want to let us in, exclaimed Michael. Well, it's no secret. I don't like it when others show up to my house unannounced, explained Ben. It's the only way we can get you to come
Let
out
me
with
know you're
us,
coming. Don't
said
just show up at
Sam.
my door. I don't like it either.
Don't you have any root beer or any beer or alcohol? This fridge is filled with every single thing except beers,
Oh my gosh,
murmured Michael, with his head
so
pushed into
intrusive.
Ben's
I wish I read
refrigerator.
paper fridge.
Soon after, he turns with 2 energy drinks and handed one to Sam.
A supermarket in go.
Where do you keep your bread? I need to make a quick sandwich, cried Michael.
Michael, you're too much.
Seriously, dude, don't you eat at your place? Asked Ben.
No, look so.
Never mind, I found it, shouted Michael.
Oh, no.
A few minutes later, we're not leaving here without you, Ben, said Michael, and crossed his arms. I am tired of your nagging, said Ben, with a loud sigh and grumbled. I am just fine where I am. He continued to speak. He continued to protest. Come on already, dude. We need to get going, said Michael. Where do you keep your chips? Asked Michael.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I am coming before you eat me out of house and land, yelled Ben. 15 minutes later, the last place Ben wanted to be was around a bunch of noisy fat boys after what felt like an hour, but it turns out to be only 5 minutes. Michael returned with a cup of ginger ale, or so Ben thought. After a few cups, he had gotten more sociable, laughing and dancing like his life depended upon every move. Sam and Michael felt pleased to see Ben finally letting down his hair and having fun. At least until they both noticed something was not right with Ben's face. They both rushed to Ben's side. Dude, your face is swollen. It's like the size of a watermelon.
Oh my lord.
And you are breaking out in hives. Are you allergic to something? Inquired Michael. Ben laughed. Ha ha ha. No wonder I'm itching. The only thing I'm allergic to is alcohol, said Ben with a funny grin on his face. Then continued to speak. Now you know why I don't drink, he said and collapsed in Michael's arms.
Oh Lord.
Crap! What have I done? Exclaimed Michael. What? Do you always have to get carried away with your stunts? Asked Sam. Michael looked around to
Michael put
pretend
his foot
Sam
in
was
it.
not speaking to him. Perfect example of the point I'm trying to make.
Oh Lord.
You play too much, Michael.
Yeah.
What if
Agree.
something more serious had happened to Ben? Do you understand? He could have lost his life, says Sam. Oh, stop being so dramatic, Sam. And furthermore, I didn't know a little alcohol could do that to him.
Now you know.
How could I have known he was allergic when he didn't
respecting
bother to
his
tell
taste.
us? Michael tried to defend himself. So now you're blaming him for almost taking his life?
How barbaric.
How can you be so darn selfish, Michael?
You said
shouted
that
Sam.
myself.
I am sorry, okay? I know I am wrong,
Yes,
said
you are,
Michael.
boy.
Save your stupid apology for Ben
Oh Lord.
and pray to God he woke up and he's safe, said Sam. I just wanted, I was just trying to help him to relax and have some fun.
You went too
Had I
far,
have
dude.
known he's not able to smell a beer
You went way
without
too
getting
far.
sick, I would not have put him through such an ordeal, murmured Michael in remorse. Well, dude, that is why you should grow up. and respect people's space and get used to hearing no, scold Sam. Will you two idiots stop making noise at my head? Murmured Ben.
Ben's awake,
And
guys.
sat up in the bed. Dude, you scare us to heck, said Michael and hugged him. What am I doing in the emergency room? Asked Ben.
And
Ask that loony
answer the
beside you,
answer
replied
the
Sam.
question.
Don't speak, just rest and relax. I will fill you in later, murmured Michael, dreading exactly what Ben would do to him after hearing what he had done. Michael, don't let me get up from this bed, spoke Ben. Okay. What happened was I put a small amount of alcohol in your drink for you to loosen up, just a touch, just a bit, not knowing you were allergic to the darn thing. A simple misunderstanding. And I'm truly sorry. Come on, dude, I'm sorry. I promise never to get ahead of myself again, pleaded Michael.
Only one, Michael.
You deceive and poison me? Asked Ben, with a look of terror on his face. Well, when you put it that way, it sounds ugly. Wait, don't tell me you called my home and told my family? Inquired Ben, while dreading the answer. Oh no, we didn't. We were not sure if we should, at the time. So we haven't, said Sam. Good job, Sam.
Right?
Thank you. At least one of you have your head on your body. Good morning, gentlemen. Can you kindly please leave the room so I can talk with Mr. Allen? No problem, sir, replied Sam and Michael as they gently tiptoed out of the room. So guys, we will be stopping here. And what next? What is to come next? Now that Ben is in university and letting down his hair, things are happening. So definitely, if you have reached the end of this video, of course, I'm asking you to like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so as yet. And as I always said at the end of my video, scripture Philippians 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. So, be blessed.
And stay blessed.
Hi guys, welcome to another video. Yes, and we are still on the story, The Promise. And for those who are coming in for the first time, welcome. And I hope that you will watch the video in entirety, share your opinion on the story, and there are few videos that are ahead of this one. So after watching this one, you can do due diligence. Go to see those and leave your comments. And my returning subscribers, bless each and every one of you. I'm happy that you're turning up for me and supporting the channel. Alright, so for this video, let us not itch. Oh, and for those who are coming for the first time, these stories that I'll be reading, yes, it is written by moi. in case you're wondering. And I hope you do enjoy the stories, and I hope you will find a character in the story that you will find interesting. And you would like to support, so talk about, he or she. Alright, so let's get into it. So, Mr. Allen, I take it you are aware you are allergic to alcohol? He asked. Yes, doctor, I'm aware of it. It was a stupid misunderstanding, exclaimed Ben. And it will not happen again. Be more careful with your health. It could have been worse had you not reached here at the time you did, said the doctor. I do not want to see you back here under these circumstances, he repeated. Thank you. Thank you, most definitely, doctor, answered Ben. I also advise that you stay clear from any foods or pastries that contain any form of alcohol. Also, you are to stay away from grapes, hops, barleys, rye, wheat, and yeast. Alcohol allergies are rare but can have serious medical consequences, including death. Mr. Allen, I am going to be frank with you. Being a student doctor, I am disappointed in your negligence to your health. I know you don't know, however, I know your uncle, Byron Jones. We have been best of friends for over 30 years. We attended the same university, shared the same dorms, sometimes the same bed. Need I say more? Asked Dr. Green. Ben nodded in his head in guilt. Byron has asked me to look out for you. This time, I will let it pass by. However, I meant it earlier. I do not want to see you back here under these circumstances in my ER. And Ben, this is my way of looking out for you, said Dr. Green and left the room. I am going to put Michael Madden 6 feet under, thought Ben, as Michael and Sam entered. Well, the doctor looked het and mad. Do you know each other or something? The way he was, speaking and behaving with you, asked Michael. Or something, responded Ben. So what? So what? What did he say? Can you go? Can we go with you now? Inquired Michael. Yes, I can leave. Do you realize what you have done, Michael?
I think he has.
I felt like shit. And the worst part is, I didn't do a darn thing. I am the victim here. You messed up everything, man, said Ben. Sam, can you drop me at my home, please? I just want to be alone for a while, explained Ben. No problem, man. I understand, said Sam. Okay, I get it. I messed up, said Michael. No, dude. Now's not the time. Now's not the time. Leave it alone. Let it go, said Sam, and squeezed Michael's shoulder. Michael agreed, nodded his head, and stepped back. I'll just walk over to my dorm, said Michael. Sam entered the vehicle after Ben, then drove away. 17 minutes later. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate the lift, said Ben. Don't mention it. That's the least I can do, answered Sam. Hey, Ben, wait a minute. Wait a minute before you go, said Sam. Mike, he do means well. Try and see if you can give him a chance.
Yeah.
He's a little different and awkward and sometimes do the most weird things. But he's not such a bad guy after all, explained Sam.
He's just hyperactive.
Thank you, Sam. You're a good friend. Just let him sweat a minute or two.
Yeah.
It will do him a lot of good, said Ben. They both looked at each other in agreement and sighed. Ben rushed straight to the bathroom and took a well-needed bath. What do I have that is easy to prepare? For my breakfast. I don't have much time on my hands, thought Ben. After all, just don't like being in the kitchen any which way. He made him a omelette with toast, orange juice, and a cup of milk tea. The sudden ringing of his phone caused Ben to jump. Hello, Auntie, answered Ben. We're just checking in, son. Letting you know we have got home okay. How was it you didn't bother to call us? Anyway, we're safe back at the ranch. Actually, we tried calling many times last night, but you didn't pick up. Is everything okay, son? She asked. I'm fine, Auntie. Was out late with some friends. I'm sorry for making you guys worry. I just got up and started my day without checking my phone. Okay, son. And eat up. Eat the food I prepared. Do not leave it in the refrigerator to go bad. And then you'll have to throw it out. And remember, also to change your beddings every other week. You have a washer and dryer. All you have to do is just separate the colors
So nice.
and put them in.
Mrs.
Okay, Auntie. Okay, said Mr. Jones. Come on, leave the boy alone. Let him breathe, he interjected. All right, love, said Mrs. Jones. Okay, Auntie, love you, said Ben. Talk to you guys later, and disconnected the call. And suddenly, he missed them both for the first time since he left home. After breakfast, Ben decided to throw his beddings into the machine. After all, it's Saturday. He had a few hours before he had to head out to campus. While the machine was going, Ben felt the sudden urge to read the Word of God. He remembered the Bible he saw in the master bedroom that belongs to his aunt. He opened the Bible without a thought. The first verse that caught his eyes read, Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord. Said Ben. Proverbs 18:22. I see you're trying to say something to the Lord. Ben looked to the heavens, shake his head in approval, and smiled. Yes, I know. If only she felt the same way, that would be great, thought Ben. Put in a word for me, he suggested.
Yeah, sometimes you have to
looked up.
talk to the Lord
If you happen
as if you're
to be
talking to your
looking down
man right
and
beside
someone
your
like
friend.
me, said Ben, with his head raised to the sky again. He felt the need to continue reading, so he did. Ben was surprisingly engaged in the Word, not realizing his laundry was completed over half an hour ago. Instantaneously, Ben came to a halt after reading. Thine own friend, thy father's friend, forsake not. Neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother afar off. Proverbs 27 verse 10. He reached for the hand towel on the counter and could no longer hold back the tears in surprise. As an overwhelming emotion swept through him, Ben felt mesmerized, yes, uncertain, as if somehow he has been captured by the memories of his past and present. How the Joneses were of no relation, yet they became his everything, even more than a next of kin could be. He felt grateful, happy, and blessed. And on the other hand, a sorrowful feeling he just felt inside. He bowed his head and began to pray. Sovereign God, I come to you. Forgive my ignorance. I know I have done you wrong, and I am sorry. Help my unbelief. I do not want to get past, I want to get past the hurt and bitterness. I just want to get behind it all. I don't have the words to pray, as this is not something that I often do. So as I remember the scriptures that I read,
policy.
I will use your word because at the same time it relates to me. And as Psalms 27:9 said, hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant well. Put me not away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me. Psalms 27:10. You said in your word, when my mother and my father forsake me, then you take me up.
Amen.
Thank you,
Amen.
Father, for your patience, merciful kindness, and for your love even when I did not deserve it. I put my friends in your hands, Michael and Sam, especially Michael. He needs your guidance.
Oh, yes.
Yet I am in no place to judge him.
Amen.
Lord, I cannot seem to get Tessa out of my thoughts. I know my first impression was terrible. Give me another chance, just to make it right with her. Ben prayed. He felt light and free, as if the heavy weight has been lifted as he continued to pray. Lord, show me how to be that man that Tessa needs. I don't know much about you. However, a part of me believes you allow us to meet or met for a reason. Ben remembered me to be at the library. He got up and checked his laundry, decided to leave it until later when he saw that the time was far spent. 20 minutes later, campus was not as busy as the weekend, and he liked that, being at the library when there was less traffic. He has a special corner that he liked. It was a very cozy corner. The view from there was breathtaking. Ben got right into his research. He had always been a focused student. After an hour, he checked his phone that has been silent upon him entering the library. Ben noticed a few messages from Michael, but he decided to ignore them. However, his eyes catch the text from his uncle. Your aunt do not know what to do with herself since you left, son, said Mr. Jones, also with a laughing emoji. Ben smiled and responded with a text. Take her out to dinner, he replied. Being utterly distracted by his phone, suddenly Ben heard a familiar voice. He stood quickly and followed the sound. He winced, then asked, Tessa? As if he didn't recognize the person he was standing in front of. She rose to her feet. He pulled her into a bear hug and asked, where have you been? I have, she stuttered. She cleared her throat, realizing she had not yet introduced Greg. Greg took the time to observe the awkwardness between them both.
This is where he first met me.
Oh yes, Greg, this is Ben. Ben, this is Greg, she said. Her cheeks turned bright pink. Ben took Greg's hand and gave it a firm handshake. Nice to meet you, said Greg. It is good to see you, said Ben. And you, she replied. Greg shifted in his seat. It was getting uncomfortable for him to watch, them staring into each other's eyes where they are saying so much yet saying little or nothing with their voice. Excuse me, I need to go to the restroom, said Greg. Not sure either of them realized he had left the room. And guys, that is where I'm going to leave the story today. Who is Greg to Tessa?
Your time will come, Greg.
And what will this second meeting be? Is it that Ben will get into his feelings once more and forget to ask all the necessary and right questions? Is this a second chance? Well, this is the end of the video. Don't be afraid to comment. What are your thoughts? And like I always said, Philippians 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. So whatever you're trying to do today, do it to the best of your ability. I see you got me figured out, said Ben. Did you think about me? Or did you ever wonder what I was doing? Asked Ben. Looking into Tessa's bright brown eyes, she held his gaze while searching and trying to read his mind and the unspoken thoughts for a bit.
Let's go right back with this one. We need to know where they're coming from. Benj watching today.
Welcome everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back to another Simply Michelle. And if you're here for the first time, happy to have you. Welcome. And yes, I'll be reading The Promise. There are previous videos, so if this is your first time, you will want to backtrack and after watching this video, to check out the others so you can follow the storyline. And for all returning subscribers, happy to have you as always. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the appreciation that you are showing by texting and just commenting about what is happening in the story. I appreciate it a lot. Yes, so definitely we'll be going right into the story without itching. And of course, for those who are here for the first time, of course, these stories that I'll be reading, it's written by yours truly, moi, right? So let's get right into it. I must apologize for what had happened the last time we met, said Tessa. I heard you, Tessa. So why didn't you come or even bother to call? He asked. Ben shrugged helplessly, searching for words. Then he continued. He whispered, "It felt almost as if you have disappeared." His words come forth timely and with an effort. as if each word were being placed carefully. I know technically you owe me nothing, but I felt a connection that I knew it was mutual. So you could at least call to say bye, only to find out you were basically living down the street. And you are my uncle's friend, grandchild, said Ben. I got scared. I was not planning on falling for someone who was a non-believer, explained Tessa. You fall for me? How? When? When did you fall for me?
Questions.
That is great. Why didn't you let me know?
I'm having a little chocolate.
And let us spare each other the headache, asked Ben, and reached for her. She stepped back from him with a renowing no, no. You are not listening, Ben. Nothing has changed. I still stand by what I told you before. I felt. My feelings for you have not changed. Anything, explained Tessa. I am just agreeing with you that yes, I could have called you, I could have dealt with it better. And I'm also sorry for not coming to your birthday dinner. Even if it was just to say happy birthday, I am sorry. I accept your apology. So what is this? Who is this, Greg? He asked. He's a friend, answered Tessa. So I am guessing he is a believer? Asked Ben. Yes, but we have been friends from high school. Also, we are both medical students here, she explained. So, Miss Flynn, where do you live? Asked Ben. Don't you think it's too late for us to be acting formal? Asked Tessa. To answer your question, 8 minutes from here, she said. No way. You are also living at Cambridge Place? Asked Ben in a surprising voice, nodding her head in surprise. My granddad's property for a while now, she said, with a knowing look. You must be kidding me, said Ben. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Asked Tessa. So, our family planned this? Asked Ben.
I was having some milk.
Yep. So it seems, murmured Tessa. It all makes sense. Why my aunt was so interested to know what I would do should I cross paths with you. What? You spoke about me with your aunt? She asked. Why do you sound so surprised? I have made it clear I like you, murmured Ben. So it all do make sense. A lot of sense. Granddad would not let up when my dad told him I wanted to board on campus. He would not hear of it and insisted that I occupied his Cambridge home, said
The
Tess.
elders always know.
Not what I'm not even complaining.
Yeah.
Still, but such a deception, said Tessa. Agreed. Those rascals, said Ben with a grin. Do you believe in destiny, Tessa? He asked. Sure do, responded Tessa. So I take it you learn my surname, you learn my real name by the way of my granddad? Asked Tessa. Something like that, Ben responded. How about we do introduce ourselves properly this time? I still don't know your last name, she said. Ben pushed forward his hand and took a firm grip of hers. I am Ben Allen, and I am studying to become a a neurosurgeon. Nice to meet you again. I am hoping we can be friends, said Ben with a sarcastic grin,
Sarcastic.
and kissed the back of her hand. I am Tessa Flynn. I am living here in Boston. I am a student cardiologist here at Harvard. Lovely to have met you again. Also, I would like to invite you to church and to dinner after tomorrow life's fair. All being well, provided you are available, asked Tessa. Well, yes, to church. I would love that. As it relates to dinner, we are friendly here because 3 is a crowd, state Ben. No, Ben, he is not invited. Just you and I. And let's roll it back, right? Let's roll it back. You are not going to flick it off so easily. Since when do you love to attend church? I'm personally surprised, by the way. I am not complaining, but speak, said Tessa with a smile. What happened to that Greg guy? He's been, no, said Tessa, cutting Ben off from speaking. You are not going to change the subject. That's one thing I'm not going to allow you to do, Alan. Answer the question, said Tessa with a grin. We put all fun and joke aside. I think I have always believed there is a God. However, after our last conversation, I have been thinking, and you were right. My anger was misguided. It took me a while to see certain things clearly. I am not saying that I am perfect now, but I am not that bitter. I'm not at that bitter place where you have left me when we last spoke. And yes, I am trying to know him by reading his word and praying. So thank you, Tessa, for calling me out at my bull. I appreciated that, said Ben. You're welcome. Happy to have been able to help, said Tessa. Seriously, where is Greg? Asked Tessa. Speak of the devil. Hello? Where are you? You just up and left without a word, said Tessa. I know you would have said that. You were too captivated by your boyfriend to have noticed that I told you I was going to the men's room. It took you half of an hour to notice I left, said Greg. What do you mean left? Asked Tessa. Yes, love, I am at home. You are the one that needed to go to the library, not me. Plus, you have company. Fill me in later, bye, said Greg, and hung up the phone at Tessa. That rascal, Tessa protests. Enough of Greg, said Ben. Enough of Greg? His name is Greg, shouted Tessa. My bad, said Ben with a smirk on his face. I am just about done with my research. How about we grab some lunch? I am paying, said Ben with a smile. Why not? Responded Tessa. What do you want for lunch? He asked. Something tells me you are not talking about Annaberg. Annaberg Hall, announced Tessa. Nope, I am not. I am thinking Boston Back Bay, said Ben. Okay, said Tessa. The Back Bay restaurant was overflowing with greenery. This restaurant has breathtaking view, being on the 3rd floor. It completes with the ceiling windows, beautiful tile floors, and hanging fresh plants. It's a perfect place to be on a cold but sunny day in Boston when you want the illusion of being in the tropics. It gives Ben a sense of being home. I see you have good taste, Mr. Allen, said Tessa. Stick around, and I am sure you will never want to leave my presence, said Ben. Are you this charming with everyone, or just me? Asked Tessa. Ha ha ha. Ben laughed out loud. The server came over, introduced himself. Hello, my name is Ted. I will be your server for today, he said, handed them the menu, and filled their glasses with water. Nice to meet you, I'm Tessa, and this is Ben, Tessa introduced. Feel free to call whenever you both are ready to order, he said and left. The menu consists of roasted chicken and ramen, Thai beef salad, and fish tacos and more. Have you ever been here before? Inquired Ben. No, I wanted to, however, I didn't get around to it until now, said Tessa. Learning this was her first time, and he was experiencing it with her, made Ben smile. In his heart, he knows this will be their first date. Not wanting to scare her, once again, he kept his precious thoughts to himself. Tessa looked up at Ben. What are you up to? I can see it in your eyes. You would not be Ben if you were not up to something, said Tessa with a smile. He turned away his head to look down and laughed gently. I see you got me figured out, said Ben. Did you think about me? Or did you ever wonder what I was doing? Asked Ben. Looking into Tessa's bright brown eyes, she held his gaze while searching and trying to read his mind and the unspoken thoughts for a bit more than what he had asked. And there it was, the warm tenderness that unlocked her soul. Without flinching, she responded with a soft, yes, all the time. But instead of torture, it brought me peace in a sort of weird way, said Tessa with a smile. Yeah, I know exactly what you meant. Ben called over the server, then placed their orders. They both laughed and teased each other for the past half hour, staring into each other's eyes with a long, thirsty gaze. Suddenly, Ben uttered something while laughing. Tessa froze, or so it seemed, as a random thought flooded her mind. I wonder if he has kissed anyone else since he last kissed me. What would he think if I just kissed him right here, right now? What am I thinking? I must be out of my darn mind. Take a grip of yourself, Tessa. Snap out of it, Tessa thought. Then resort to scolding herself. As if he read her thoughts, Ben moved in a few inches and cupped her face with his huge hands. If you want me to stop, pull away this minute. Say it now, he said with a painful, hoarse voice. Tessa felt even more touched that he took the time to ask. She quickly moved in and kissed him.
She's your wife, after
He
all.
smiled like a sly fox and returned the favor.
You know, already
Ben
probably-
thought he loved her before, but now Now, without a doubt, deep in his heart, he's sure she will be his wife. Her voice was raspy. She
Sure.
was breathless and a little embarrassed. It all made Ben smile. Their lunch has finally arrived, and Tessa felt relieved, feeling awkward after revealing the depth of her feeling for Ben in that passionate kiss. Now she
Honey
feels
is
naked.
my husband.
Tessa realized her compatibility with Ben has become a guilty pleasure. So she is rethinking having him over alone for dinner. Not sure if it was such a smart idea anymore. Is everything okay? Is it your lunch? You're not enjoying it? Asked Ben. No, the food is great, answered Tessa. So what is the matter? It's clear to see something is on your mind, said Ben. Tessa stared at the utensils in her hands for a few seconds before answering Ben's question. I have been thinking, maybe it's not such a good idea to have you over for dinner, just the two of us, she said. Why is that? Is it because of the kiss earlier?
So my husband just
Ben.
brought me
Yes,
mango and
but also
coconut
I
water
have
and
come
lunch.
to the
I'm just eat cinnamon
realization
roll.
that,
Anyway.
that my feelings for you are much stronger than I previously understand. And being in your presence alone, it's getting more difficult to handle whenever we get caught up with each other. I assure you, I do not make a habit of losing control or making out with just about anyone. But you, Ben, when I'm with you, I find that I am
Wait,
losing all
How much
sense and
minutes do I have
sensibility.
left? Yes? 3 minutes.
And truth is, I can't afford to lose sight of my
Oh, God
faith,
bless her.
explained
I
Tessa.
get some get-ups also from my mother-in-law.
He looked at
So
her,
apparently,
then cleared
Daddy
his
said I should
throat.
have the 2 piece because it was for dinner.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell me because
Said
he bought the
Ben.
patty for me to eat for lunch.
Then it is all settled.
Oh, so you're saving that for your din. Yeah, because I'm not
What?
caught today.
What do you mean by it is all settled? Aren't you listening to me?
So where's my husband? He's in the
Said Tessa.
He's out now.
Tessa, you love me. I love you.
Lost and find out one.
So
Finish.
let's make it
Just to
official.
go and put on handwork.
Going out with each other, I would say. I've loved you from the first time I laid my eyes on you. And I have not hid how I am feeling about
Me
you.
and Dad ate it. It tasted.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know you're big on your faith.
Finish in
And
the next.
also, I admire and respect that about you. And truth be told, I am glad that you are a woman of integrity who fears the Lord. You made me want to be a better man. And you are the woman I would love to marry, spend the rest of my life with, also to bear my children, to have out my lot with you. And you will bring me great joy, I know it. I'll do my best to make you happy. I know we will make good parents,
That way on
reassured Ben. Tessa smiled weakly as she swallowed. Oh, so that is how you really feel about me? I'm glad we had this conversation. I guess you would prefer I stayed at home as well instead of having or pursuing a career? Asked Tessa with an irritated look on her face. Instantaneously, Ben realized that this conversation was not going to end well. So he must choose his words carefully and perfectly. Clearly, I have said something wrong. But I just want you to know I meant no No offense.
I love dinner
And of
pie.
course, hoping that one
I'm
day,
sorry, so I cannot
should
eat
you
it
give
here.
me a chance to be your
I'm
husband,
going to wash my
I will
hands.
have a perfect proposal that will knock you off your feet. So you will have
So,
no other choice but to
Thank you
say
for
yes.
tuning in.
If
Thank you
it
for
makes you
listening to the
feel any
story.
better, said Ben,
We will
how
take a
about
pause.
we invite all our friends
this.
over to the dinner tomorrow after church service.
My mother-in-law
That way we
baking.
can introduce
Now she
everyone
sent me mine. I'm going to
so
take
they
some
get
rum in
acquainted
it.
with each other,
From
he
my
said.
footstep. Cover it and put in tea.
She turned to him in
I have
surprise.
one of the best mother-in-law in the world.
Thank you,
Yep.
she said,
Without
with
apology.
butterfly eyes and a radiant smile. For what? Asked Ben.
Also, she sent
For
me roast
hearing
breadfruit.
and understanding me for
Oh, she
once.
even roasted them already. Oh my God, she's so
It's
nice.
important.
Alright,
It is
Mike, put them on
important
the
that you know my
put them on
intentions.
the stove.
They are
Thank you,
pure
Jen
and true.
Jen.
So
Cannot
yes,
love you anymore. You're
you are
awesome.
welcome, Tessa.
Ah.
I do not
Yeah,
play
so we have come
games.
to the end. So
So
another
don't take this the wrong way.
live.
I was already planning to ask you to be my wife from the first time I met you. However, I
In
realized
the next
you are
3
not
minutes.
ready, and I can't afford to lose you by being too impatient
Families
or
for
behaving prematurely. So here is
Also
what
Jamaican
I'm
patty.
thinking. How
For my
about
lunch.
we make a promise to each other? I promise that I will wait for you until we have both complete our university and to ask for your hand
basically,
in marriage. While you
waiting for the
promise to
promise to
wait for me
finish
as well,
in the next 2
during the
minutes.
waiting period, we
And then
help
we
each
are
other while
at
getting to know.
And there are the
We help one
stories.
another while getting to know
You
each
can
other
catch up
better
on. We have over
by setting
400
guidelines
videos.
and follow
Some
the
consist of
principles of the Word
shorts.
of God
Put it in the toaster oven.
according to your faith
No,
and to hold them
not
up
yet.
or hold
So
ourselves responsible.
catch up on the stories
How about that, Tessa? How about we try
and let
that?
me know what are
Because
your
at this
thoughts.
stage, having you in my
It's
life
coming from a far
once
away,
more,
and
I
I'm the one who
cannot
wrote it, and
and
I'm
I
enjoying
will
it.
not. I just
Others
cannot
have
afford to
shared that
lose
they
you,
enjoy
and
it.
I
So
cannot
if you're
bring
new here,
myself to making the mistake
continue to
of
listen,
pushing
watch,
you
subscribe,
out with.
and become a part of the
Well, guys,
conversation family.
we have come to the end of another video.
Yeah.
And will Tessa agree to make a promise to Ben as much as Ben is promising her that, look, I am willing to wait for you. And during the waiting period, let us get to know each other better. Will she wait?
So this is where
will
we
she
leave
get
you for
scared
today,
again?
guys. As you can hear the story going down in the background.
Sever the
My
whole
son is home.
relationship
He needs the
before it really
television.
truly
We'll
starts.
stop here for today.
Well,
Love
for
and
you to get
appreciate
that
you all.
answer, you have to stick around until the
Bye-bye.
next video. And if you have reached this part in the video, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like.